Alright, what up YouTube? Grimdra King Reviews here, and today I will be reviewing Boku no Hero Academia, Chapter 35. Okay, so, two things about this chapter. One, bravo Uraraka. You finally decide to stand up on your own. You decide to stand on your 2 feet. Bravo. And then two, Mito. Mito. Let's jam. Okay, so this chapter opens up, and yeah, that third match of the tournament, yeah, it ends in the first panel. Yeah, not much to say here except that Kaminari is pretty weak against Vines, and Shiozaki, you know, the one who had the Vine quirk, yeah, she's pretty strong. See, the way her quirk works is she can use her hair, which is, you know, really vine-like, as a weapon. So essentially, you can cut it, you can burn it, it won't matter. It'll just grow back. Which is really bad against, you know, Kaminari's quirk, because he's all about getting rid of stuff. But, didn't really work out for him. So, the chapter goes on, and yeah, it actually looks like Midoriya is really smart. See, what he's been doing is he's been writing down the winner of the match and, you know, how they won in order to find their particular strengths and weaknesses. And he even did that for, you know, everybody in the hero class that he's in, hero class A. And, you know, he then goes on to offer, you know, to do it for Uraraka's zero gravity quirk. But, you know, she turns him down. She's kind of, her mind's blown. Because Mito's actually pretty, you know, he's pretty much a jokester. But for, you know, for this time, he's actually pretty serious, and, you know, she can't get over that. So, the fourth round starts, and it's Ida Tenya with his speed quirk versus Hatsuma Mei with her, you know, all of her support tech. And, yeah, see, the way tech works in this tournament is like, if you're in the hero class, you can't bring yours with you because that'll give you an unfair advantage. So what you have to do is you have to directly apply for it. But Ida didn't do that, so when he walked in with his gadgetry and all that, when the judges told him, he was like, well, fuck, because I completely forgot about that. I hope that doesn't get me disqualified. But he pretty much tells us that Hatsume was like, you know, since we all got here on equal footing, we should fight the same way, so I'm going to give you this tech in order to equalize, you know, this match. But yeah, that whole equalizing the match was complete and total bullshit. Because essentially what happened is the tech that she gave him, sure, it was made to, you know, help him go faster and, you know, to go around corners a lot easier. But the tech that she was using was made to perfectly counter that. Essentially, all she was using this match for was, like, product placement. And, you know, in order to, you know, make her stuff look better. But, that's okay, even though it's kind of cheating, but at the end of the day, she was just, you know, trying to advertise her product. So then, the chapter goes on, and it shows, Uraraka, you know, standing up and leaving the stadium, because, you know, she wants to be alone, because essentially she's actually, like, really nervous about her fight, because her fight coming up is her versus, Kachan, the dude with really, like, fire explosive related quirk. And she's actually pretty nervous, and the way they show this in the chapter is actually pretty amusing. Because what they do is they draw her eyebrows in such a way that it looks more like she's pissed off, and less like she's nervous. Which I thought was, you know, pretty funny. Pretty freaking hilarious. So, aside from Mei, all the other hero class fighters have been, So aside from Mei, all the other non-hero class fighters, yeah, see, they haven't been doing so hot because they've been losing because their tech either malfunctioned or their opponent moved too fast. and they ended up breaking their tech before they could use it. But what they do end up showing is like, yeah, their tech's pretty nice, but at the end of the day, it's not really the same as being battle ready. Because the chapter goes on, and it's goes to Midoriya telling Ida that although Kachan is a good person, he doesn't like to lose, so he doesn't understand the concept of going easy on somebody in a fight. And he then offers to give Uraraka a countermeasure, to counter Kachan's stuff. And she turns it down because essentially she's been relying on Mito this entire tournament, and she's sick and tired of it because once Ida challenged Mito directly, and he was like, "Look, I know we're friends, but in this tournament it's all about who's the best, so I don't have time to be buddy buddy with you." See, when he did that, Uraraka felt bad because she's been relying on him this entire tournament, so she decides to turn down his help in favor of her being able to stand on her own, which I thought was pretty admirable. So while all of this conversation is going on, we're shown the clash between the two non-hero class students, the ones whose quirks essentially makes them stronger and tougher, Kirishima and Tetsu. But that fight ends in a draw, and although what they show us in the chapter is pretty badass, it ended in a draw, so it didn't really matter much. But the way they handle draws in this tournament is whenever they wake up, they have to do an arm wrestling tournament. Yeah, despite the fact that their quirks are, pretty badass, and despite the fact that this is a competition to show who's the better hero, they decide who wins that match with an arm wrestling competition. But hey, whatever, it's pretty much, the spirit of this manga to do that, which I thought was pretty interesting. So, and then, this chapter ends with Uraraka and Kachan's fight starting, and from the looks of things, it looks to be pretty promising. Because the way they draw the artwork is that it looks like the fight is going to be pretty badass, because they go all out on animating it, rather on drawing it. So, let's see, what all happened in this chapter? Well, not that much. I mean, we pretty much blew through the first, 5 or so matches. Uraraka finally decides to stand on her own 2 feet, and we find out that the tech of the support division isn't all that great. So, this is Grimjaw King Review signing off. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, people, have an awesome day.